Hey everybody, this is Grumpy Old Guy Gaming, and as you could see, we're not starting this edition of the Weekend Warrior out in a typical manner. In fact, I want to go through a couple different things, and I'm here on my playlists. If you take a look down through these things, you'll notice that there's one thing that's been bugging me over and over and over and over when it comes to playing this game, and it's this right here. Happy New Year. Um, the New Year's event, as you may know from playing this game, pops up rather frequently on the servers these days, going all the way back to August. I saw it my first week or two playing the game. I saw it in August. I saw it in September. I saw it in October. I've seen it multiple times in December. And usually the way it ends, is with me getting my tail kicked. In fact, it's not even a stranger to the old playlists here. No, it's not on the Fragment Friday. I believe it was a Weekend Warrior, wasn't it? I even had a New Year's run for the Weekend Warrior, if I remember right. Yep, there it was there. Now, I've died just about every conceivable way to this thing so far. The one thing I haven't done is succeeded, so I thought that might be a fun thing to look for. The one time I didn't die. So I'll apologize for the quick cuts now, folks. Welcome to this edition of the Weekend Warrior. This footage actually shot a little bit ago, and due to the fact that I was actually in the middle of recording videos when this event popped up, I almost didn't record this because it was on a blank screen, but I had the wherewithal to double check and switch over. As you can see, I was lucky enough to get a couple of friends along to help me out here. We got Spooky running Goo tonight, and Midnight was nice enough to hop on as well. So thanks to them. I know Spooky was looking to collect the item out of this dungeon. Midnight just being helpful as Midnight often does, and I gotta tell you, this I believe was my 6th run through the New Year's event, and I was 0 for 5. Bad. Dying badly. My best result up to this point was the very first time we tried to run it. It was me and the missus way under-leveled, but I died in the field, and she was, smart enough to get us out of there. So tucking my tail between my legs and getting dragged off a field was the best I'd done previously. My only concern was reaching the bottom of this dungeon. And of course having it on film, because even I wouldn't believe it with my record to this point. But we go in here, once again, the probably my favorite of the snow dungeons, the tower with the frozen mammoth on top. I've featured that one a couple. I think I used it a couple Fridays back as a thumbnail. So giddy over getting this event, I didn't even take time to restock items, even though we were back in town for quite a while. Just thought never occurred to me. Here we are against the Dark Asteroid. One time, one of those infamously one-shot me. I mean, it was bad. I ran up to it, it did that little, spider attack where the tarantula legs come out of the ground and attack you for darkness damage, and I crumbled like a house of cards. But here we're all laying pretty good into it. Got some spells going off, got some attacking going on. I fell asleep. We don't have an awakening set. Usually by this point in everybody's levels, you could assume that there's going to be the potential for an awakening, and again, that's what those gems are in the upper left-hand corner. if you haven't seen them before, or if you have seen them and weren't sure what they were there for. I'm gonna keep taking naps throughout these battles with the Dark Asteroids because my magic defense is just the worst. I know it's not specifically magic defense, you have those defenses in the far right corner of the status screen. One governs the physical ailments and the other governs the mental ones. But those are pretty junk too. For my level, I really need to look out more stalwart gear. Kind of just went with the coolest looking thing, and if it boosted my attack, all the better. Coming down to the second floor here, we're not trying to 100% this, I don't think. It was just a matter of get through, which I was fine with 100% of the way. Here we're up against a rainbow tail. Magnificent monster to face. Just a giant magical peacock of doom. Wood tolerant, so it looks like we're throwing some pretty hefty earth spells, and by we, I mean probably Midnight and possibly Gouda Night. That kind of fits with the amount I was going to sleep there. We have Midnight, Gouda Night, and I went Nighty Night. There's my dad joke for the video. Go into the L-shaped room here. Get another Dark Asteroid into the third floor. I've made it this far before. Usually not too much farther. This is usually the point when I'm soloing and some, janky thing like that sleep happens. Then I just get my head taken off. And sob. Weird for me to wait to be decapitated to have a good cry, but timing's never been my thing. We get through that room and we're going to the next. Large square room, portal right in the center. Let's see what it gives us. It gives us another rainbow tail. I'm telling you, some of these large monsters, just such cool detail in them. Like, seriously. Now that the holidays are over and we're moving into, oh god, it's going to be winter forever, especially around here where I'm at. If you're looking for something to play, if you and your buddies looking for a game to play, tell them about Fragment. The setup guide is out there. There are people willing to help you on the Discord. It's the best time ever to play. Hacking our way through another Dark Asteroid here. And by we, I mean they. I once again caught 40 winks. If I sound a bit more rested on commentary, it's because I finally got some sleep. As I'm recording this, I am closing out what was the one vacation day I took in 2020. Hardly feel right to complain with such a kick in the teeth of a year, but man, did I need this day. Been pretty restful couple days overall. There's the, spider leg spell there. If you're scared of spiders, probably not the visual you wanted me to point out the most, but personally I think it looks damn cool. Especially coming out of the ground like that. The asteroid goes down, you see Spookies can chat, all set to cheese puns, bonus points on that. Coming up on the next portal. And that one's just a treasure chest. Or a really lazy mimic. Get through it. Midnight with the 3 dots to go to the next room. Coming up on yet another Dark Asteroid. All getting our heads in early. And hey, that was a Vulcan sighting, real near in the camera there. One of the higher level Vulcan summons too, you can tell from that little magic circle that springs up around the asteroid. So it goes down fairly easy, and I'm picking up some stupid experience here too. Once again, kind of like the sports day event, I'm sort of the dead weight. Not nearly as egregiously as I was in that video, but I'm definitely doing the least. Still trying my best, and again, they were nice enough to run it for me, run the event with me and party, and you know, now I'm beyond giddy. Yet another thing I could check off the list. I've only been playing this game since August, and I'm proud to say I've been able to do so many cool things and interact with so many awesome people. Heading to the 4th floor now, and I believe this is the final floor. We've got this large intersection room here, and we get another rainbow tail. Get a little too close for comfort, but it does show off some of the neat plumage, some of the interesting colors there. Of course, you've got the multicolored tail feathers, but that was a vibrant shade of purple on the wings. May have been a little tough to see through the animations and everything, but as I'm recording this, I was like an inch away from the screen anyway. Coming up against a pair of pumpkin heads there. They are completely physical tolerant, so I'm going to try my best to get a Knight's Bane in there. Wasn't really working, so I just switched to some spells to get some experience in, and well, what do you know, I leveled up. Inching that much closer to the 1400 hit point club, and we finally crossed the threshold for 200 skill points. Coming up against the Dark Starfish. These things are pains to solo. Like, if you don't have the elemental hit, they're one of those that looks kinda neat, and then it paralyzes you, and you're like, oh no. This adventure just ended badly, didn't it? Get through the starfish, and lo and behold, here we are. It's Kite and Black Rose. Full-size heroes of the IMOQ quartet, and we get Kite's Kite as the weapon for the New Year's event. Once again, this is before I updated the patcher, because I was a doof the one day moving around files and accidentally deleted my ISO. I finally got that remedied the other day, so apologize for all of the Japanese text. My apologies to the entire translation team. Kind of let you down on this one. I just didn't get the chance there with the holidays coming up to get this updated in time, and honestly, the sheer frequency of the New Year's event caught me off guard at the beginning of this month. I think we saw it 5 or 6 times here in December, as well as the New Year's Eve event. But either way, we go ahead through, get our item. Just leaves the treasure chest to be claimed. And there it is, Kite's Kite. Has the logo of the Dot Hackers in it. That's going to do it for this episode of The Weekend Warrior. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate every view, every comment, every just random mention. It's been a heck of a year, and I can honestly say playing Fragment has been a bright spot for me. This has been a Grumpy Old Guy Gaming. Take care.